Right, good evening, everyone. This evening, we're going to talk about what happens when we do not fit. In other words, we really have a misfit, and you should really go slowly. In fact, I always say that if you have a singleton in your partner's suit, you should devalue your hand by 2 points. It is not an asset to be short where partners got values and length. So when partner bids, you should go very slowly. And I'm going to load the hand of number 3 so we can all see it. And we'll look and see what happens when we do not fit in this game of bridge. So let's have a look. I'm going to load hand number 3 for you. And then you can ask me all the questions related to this. This is one example, a very good example that we should not get busy. I always say, if you don't fit, you quit. And the one who gets out quickly is better to just get out and be happy. When I sit at the bridge table and I see people bid a hand, each of you 3 times, I always say to them, and who's going to win the war? Because it just goes on and on. Once you don't fit, you get out. If you bid your hand twice, you never have to bid again because you don't have to do it. They're on their own. So I want everyone not to ever bid a hand 3 times. If you've described the length of your hand and it's a 6-card suit, you're finished. There's nothing more to say if partner can't make a forcing bid on this hand. So we're going to open 1 heart in the south hand with a nice heart suit, 5-card. It's going to go pass. We can't overcall or double because we haven't got the shape. And north's going to bid 1 spade. Now, for all intensive purposes, 1 spade is a 4-card suit. Pass by east, and south is going to now bid 2 clubs. Partner, these are 9 of my cards. They may be 10, but at the moment, I want you to know 9 of my cards. We do not repeat a 5-card heart suit. And it goes pass, and partner now bids 2 spades. And that says, partner, I heard you. I'm not interested in any of your suits. I want to play in my own 6 or 7-card suit. And that is the correct contract. You don't fit, you get out now, everybody. And that's what I'm trying to stop everyone. I bet many people in the south hand bid 3 clubs to show this 5-5 hand or 6-5. And now you got into more trouble because partner's never going to put on a 7-card suit in the dummy. So then partner will be bidding 3 spades. So let's be happy to be at 2 spades. So remember, when you don't fit, you quit. Your singleton, take off 2 extra points. Your queen, doubleton, diamond isn't worth anything at all because the aces and kings take that hand. So don't even think about bidding anymore. We're finished. And the lead will be the 10 of diamonds.
Linda, can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
So when we were playing, my partner bid the 1 heart and I jumped to 2 spades. Is that incorrect?
It is incorrect because a jump shift in above the opener's suit is 0 to 5 points. A club, 2 diamonds, a diamond, 2 hearts, a diamond, 2 spades, a heart, 2 spades are 0 to 5, and a 6 or 7-card suit. You've got too many high card points to make that bid.
So even though when I was north and I had all those spades, it doesn't matter?
But go slowly. You bid 1 spade and you bid 2 spades.
Okay.
The minute you make a jump in your own suit above the opener's suit, it's 0 to 5, and partner isn't allowed to bid. You could miss a slam. You could miss a game. You've got 2 singletons and 2 controls, 2 kings. No, the hand is far too strong.
Okay.
Weak jumps without competition by the responder to the opener is 0 to 5 points and a 6 or 7-card suit. That is what it is, okay?
Thank you.
You're going to leave the 10 of diamonds. And now the hand you're going to set up is obviously the hand with the long trumps. I don't like putting down 7-card suits in the dummy. And looking at the diamonds, the west hand cannot put up the ace. for one reason. If you put up the ace, declarer will make the queen and make the king. The 10 is low enough, and you should keep the ace over the queen, so declarer can't make two tricks. And there's only one trump in the dummy. So you must never put up the ace. Keep the ace over the queen. You've got the jack. The jack and the 10 are the same value. You'll play the 2. And if they play the king, they're going to want to trump diamonds. They've always got a heart trick. They've always got a club trick. But what are they going to do with these 3 losing diamonds? What are they going to do? So obviously you want them to play for you. You should play back a diamond. Some people aren't brave enough to play trumps. I've seen it. They misoffend. They're so busy thinking of other things. And you're going to win the ace. Now, in order to stop them from trumping a diamond, you've got to play a trump. Play the 2 of spades. That will stop them from trumping a diamond, everybody. And now you've got to decide how to play the spade suit. Where is the ace? Where is the queen? When I've got this kind of a hand, I usually put up the jack and hope the queen is on my right and the ace is on my left. And it did work. Now we can still take another diamond trick. Diamonds, there are no diamonds in dummy. None. Why did partner come back a trump? Because you know partner's got the jack of diamonds, right? They won the king. So now you can play back a diamond. You'll throw away a club. And they'll win the jack of diamonds. And now what are they going to come back? Well, they don't have another diamond. They can't come back a heart because the ace queen is in the dummy. And now they've got to decide how to play the spades. Could they come back a club? They've got the king. They're scared to do that too. So let us play back a trump. And what will they play? They know where the queen is, but they don't know where the 10 is. They had a 6-1 fit. That's 7-1 fit. So that means with a 7-1 fit, that's 8 cards. They play for a 3-2 break. So you know that the queen is definitely in the west hand. I'm prepared to put up the 9 just in case they don't break. If I put up the king and they've got the queen and the 10, I'm going to lose 2 tricks. So I don't mind you losing this trick. And now they're going to play their diamond. And you're not going to rough your partner's trick. It's a trick. Your queen is very nice. You don't have to rough it. There's still another diamond out. Okay? Now what are they going to play? A heart. They've got to take the ace. They've got no choice. And they're going to play the ace of clubs. And they're going to rough a club or rough a heart. If they rough a heart, you're not putting up the king. You're playing low. They would have finessed if they had 2. Remember that. They would have finessed. And now you play the king of spades. And now you're going to make the rest of the hand. And then you make how many? 2 spades. So let's not fight with each other at the table. If you've bid a hand twice and you don't fit, get out now. They're on their own. They told you they got a 6-card suit or a 7-card suit, and you are not fitting. The minute you bid again, we're going to be in trouble. Are there any questions on hand number 3? We can't bid diamonds. That would become 4th suit. We just forget about the diamond suit and we bid the 7-card spade suit. Any other hands to talk, anything on that hand before we get on to the next one? Okay, we're going to go on to hand number 7. I want to talk about opening this hand. I don't want you to ever open a hand where the king is not with the ace. If you've got 2 aces and a king, unless the king is with the ace, which would make 3 quick tricks. If the ace king are together, it's 2, and another ace is 3. I'll always open with 11 high card if my king is with the ace. Once it's not with the ace, you definitely cannot open this hand. And now West is going to open 1 heart. North will pass, and East is going to bid 1 spade. Pass. We don't overcall suits that are bad. To overcall a club suit at the 2 level, you need 2 of the top honors and a 6 card suit. Now, all we can do on this hand, we don't fit, but we can't pass a new suit by responder. We can only bid 2 hearts. 2 hearts says, partner, I have a 6 card heart suit and a weak hand. And now what do? You have a singleton in partner suit. You're not invited to the party. You don't fit, you quit. And that's the contract. 2 hearts, everybody. I hope everybody got to 2 hearts on this hand. I really hope so. And they never went too high. They should not be bidding again. East does not have enough points to make another bid. And East, we don't care whether East has 5 spades. We want to play in our 6 card heart suit. And that would be the trump suit. And it's up to us to make a lead. Now, we don't want to lead queen doubletons in clubs because partner never bid clubs. And queen doubleton, unless it's got the jack or it's a singleton, a queen lead guarantees a singleton or the jack of clubs. So we can't lead that. We're going to have to lead the 5 of diamonds. We can't lead aces from spaces. So we'll lead the 5 of diamonds. Now, the master hand is the one with the long hearts. So in the heart suit, maybe we've got 1 heart loser. In the spades, we've got 1 spade loser. In the diamonds, we have 1 diamond loser. And we could lose 2 or 3 club tricks. Everything depends. We can't get to dummy. We're having a problem. Let's see what happens here. It's going to go 10 of diamonds. And they're going to put up the ace. And you should drop the jack. Because the queen and the 9 and the 8 are all the same value. You could drop the king and bluff. That might even be better. Sometimes I love to bluff if I can. So let's drop the king and pretend it's a singleton. How about that? It's the same value as the jack. Once you've got the queen and the 9 and the 8. And what are they going to come back? Well, they're certainly not going to come back a trump. The only thing that could come back on this hand is to play a club, the weak suit on the table, before the ace of spades is out. So how are we going to play this hand? Are we going to play the ace or are we going to play a low one? Well, I would hate to play the ace in that position because aces are meant to capture faces. So I would play a low one and maybe they'll misguess what to do. And he's never putting up the king. Never is he going to put up the king. Never. Not when the jack's in the dummy. And you're going to win the queen. And now, you know for a fact, North, that when partner plays a low card, they've got an honor in the suit and they would like it back. They don't want a diamond. Once they drop the king or the jack, you know the diamonds are a waste of time. So what you could do on this hand before they lose the ace of spades, in case the diamond gives them a discard, are they going to get to dummy yet? I don't think so. Let's wait and see. Maybe not. Let's try and see what we can do. Come back a club. Put up the ace. You don't know if a king is going to drop. And now you can't come back anything but a club. And you're going to trump it. And now you're going to play the ace of spades. And what else can you play? You're not going to play diamonds. You can only come back a spade. And they'll throw a diamond away. Now they've got to take a heart finesse. And it works. Well, there's only one other play. We don't have the jack. We don't have the 10. We don't have the king. Our only hope now is that the king is a doubleton. We've got no other taxi. We don't want to, nothing helps us to get back to dummy. We've got no more trumps. So let's hope it's a doubleton king. And there it is. It dropped. So that natural trump trick that North had, your jack will draw the last one. They were going to make a trump trick anyway because they had 4. It didn't matter. And now the rest are yours. The rest are yours. Okay? Are there any questions, everybody? Any other questions? If we keep bidding, we're going to be too high. We only made 2 hearts. That's all we could make. But we've got to stop. As soon as we don't fit, get out as fast as you can. No questions on that hand. Okay?
Linda,
Yes.
what I do is, I think on this hand, I forget exactly what position we're in, but I tend to add the points together to decide whether to go to the 2 level or the 3 level. Is that kind of like a practical,
Well, the problem is the lesson tonight is all about when you don't fit, you should quit. In other words, you should take off 2 extra points because you have a singleton in partner suit. When you have a singleton, the values are not worth anything to you. When you fit in 2 suits, your hand grows like a flower. When you don't fit, it dies, and you do not fit in spades.
no.
So you just can't start adding extras because we're not fitting. I upgrade when I fit. It's called part of hand evaluation. I downgrade when I don't fit.
I
So on
see.
this hand, I downgrade. I'm not going to be bidding any higher than what I have because that singleton spade does not enhance my hand. So you shouldn't overbid your hand by upgrading with these lengths and shortages when you haven't found a fit yet.
I see.
Okay? So that will help you to make that decision. All right, so let's look at hand number 8. Then they go pass by west, 1 spade by north, pass by east, and now we're going to bid 1 no trump. Why are we bidding 1 no trump and not bidding 2 clubs? Number 1, you do not have a fit with your partner. Your whole hand collapses when you void in your partner suit. So don't even think of counting for length on this hand. I wouldn't even dream of it. The minute I've got a void in my partner's suit, my whole hand goes down the drain. It just dies. I'm bidding 1 no trump. My 1 no trump is a point count. It says, partner, I have 6 to a bad 10. I do not have spades with you. Pass by west. And now you're not leaving 1 no trump because you have a 6 card suit and a singleton. When you opened, partner knew you had 5, but not 6. So it's automatic to bid 2 spades. But there's a rule. And I call it the rule of 6. There's 2 parts to it. The rule of 6 says the following. You know, partner, I've heard you. I have my own 6 or 7 card suit. I don't want to hear from you anymore. And you would now bid 3 clubs because you are void. If you had a singleton spade, you must pass. You're not to bid your club suit. But when you are void, you've got to bid your own 7 card suit to tell partner, I'm not interested in your hand. I bid a no trump to tell you that I had a very weak hand, but I have my own 6 or 7 card suit, and I guarantee you I do not have a singleton in your suit. And that is called the rule of 6. Now I'm going to give you another example. I've got many examples to give you in the rule of 6. It's a very important little rule to remember that if partner bids 2 suits, in other words, not necessarily spades again, and the bidding goes like this: 1 spade by north, 1 no trump by south, 2 hearts by north. I've got 5 spades and 4 hearts, and you have your own 7 card suit. That is called trumps, everybody. You will now bid 3 clubs to play. I don't want you leaving a 4-3 fit in hearts, if they bid hearts, when you've got your own 7 card suit. You've got to be able to control the hand. You cannot control a 4-3 fit, because if you do, you can lose total control and you get shortened into a 3-3 fit. So this is the perfect hand for the rule of 6. When they bid 2 suits or they bid 1 suit and you bid your own suit, that is to play. Are there any questions? Any questions? No questions? Okay. Well, let's have a look at this hand, what we're going to do on the hand.
Linda, I have a question. So when North opens 1 spade and South, and so and South says 1 no trump.
It's a point count.
So actually what their South wants to do is they're waiting for the opener's rebid to decide the next step, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
We're always waiting to hear the next rebid. And they're going to leave the 9 of hearts, the top of a sequence. It looks safe. There are 2 unbid suits. And I would leave the 9 of hearts because I have the 9, the 8, and the 7. I'm not inclined to lead a diamond when I could leave the top of nothing. And now let's look at the hand together from the point of view of being the trump suit clubs. Okay?
What would what point count would South need to bid something besides 1 no trump?
6 points.
What if they had 12 points or 10 or 11 points?
He could bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds. He could always bid a 3-card binder if he had a 4-card heart suit, just to show 11 or more points. There are many hands where you could have a 4-card heart suit, but you're not allowed to bid 2 hearts over 1 spade without 5. So you would go slowly, even if you had 3 spades and you had 4 hearts and 3 clubs and 3 diamonds. I would bid 2 clubs, my lowest 3-card suit, to hear the opener's rebid. So you need 11 points to bid at the 2 level.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Now let's look at this hand together, everybody. In the heart suit, we have no losers. In the diamond suit, we have 2, maybe 3. And in the clubs, we've got 2. So let's look at it from that point of view. Let's say we've got 3 diamond losers and 2 club losers, and we're ready to high. So we've got to make a decision of how we intend to play this hand. Well, I would not take the king of hearts. I'd like to keep it for later. I would like to win the queen in my hand, or the ace. And I'm going to give up a trick. I've got to draw trumps. I've got to draw the kids off the street. We've got 8 between us. I've got the jack, the queen, and the 10. I want to get these trumps out of the way. They're going to take the king with the doubleton. It's the same question as you asked me earlier. Should you take a Doubleton honor? Well, you should, because one day if you don't, your honors might fall on top of each other. If it's not a Doubleton, it's a different story. Okay? And they'll come back another heart. And now you have to make the decision, where do you want to win this trick? What are we going to do with this trick? We could win the king and play a roughing finesse on the spade, or we could win it in our hand and let's draw the trumps. I'm worried that someone might rough a heart. I would rather just do this. Now I play the 10 of clubs or the queen of clubs. Normally I play the lower one in case they decide to duck the ace. And are they going to take it? They will. And they'll come back a heart. What else can they come back? Or they can come back a club. Now, why would you remind them that you've still got a club in your hand? I wouldn't do that. I'd come back a heart. And you'll play the jack, and they'll throw the 3, and you'll win the king. All right, so now you've got this problem with the spades. No spades in your hand, but you're looking at 3 diamond losers. So whatever you do, we're not sure how the diamonds are, but we'll try the king of spades. They may cover with the ace. And if they didn't put up the ace, they haven't got it, everybody. So once they don't have it, there's no reason to throw away a loser. You might as well just rough it and draw the last child off the streets. So all the trumps are gone. All right, so you've lost 2 tricks. Now we've got to work on this hand. We have to play a diamond. I'm never putting up the king. I'm always putting up the jack. It gives me a safety net in case the queen is on my left, the ace is on my right, or vice versa. And I found the queen. It was on my left. So all I have to lose now, and I can't come back a spade, because if I come back a spade, the ace is going to drop. You should count it. You should be able to count how many spades there were. You had 5. Dummy had 5, was 10. And the ace is missing. They had a void. So now you know you can't touch spades. You're coming back a diamond. And they'll win the king. And now they've got to give you a diamond. And that's the end of the hand. And how many did we make? 3 clubs. It would be a disaster to play in a 6-card suit opposite a void. So when you put 3 clubs, you're telling partner, forget about your suit partner. I have my own 6 or 7 card suit. And that is when it's their problem, not your problem. The minute you've bid twice, you're never bidding again. Okay? They're on their own. You've done your job. Are there any questions? I see so many couples just keep bidding against each other all the time. And you make it. All right, we're going to go into hand number 10. No questions on that hand? I know a lot of you would add 1 for length for the club and another 1 for length with the club, but look how bad that club suit is. And having a void in partner suit is just no asset at all. None.
Linda, when you talk about the rule of 6,
Yes.
where does the 6 come in? Is that the length of your suit?
I have my own 6 or 7 card suit. Yes.
Okay.
That's the rule of 6. I have my own 6 or 7 card suit. So now we're on number 10. Okay. Right. Let's look at the bidding. The bidding went 1 heart, pass by star, I want to talk about overcalls. I use suit quality. I do not overcall at the 2 level without suit quality. And what is suit quality? You add up the length of the suit. I'll type it below. You add up the length of the suit you wish to bid. Okay? Plus, not the points, but the number of high card honors in that suit. Okay, the numbers, not the points. So looking at the hand, you add up the length to bid and the number of honors. So we have 5 plus 2 equals 7. That means I can only bid the suit at the 1 level. So my overcalls at the 2 level guarantee a 6-card suit and 2 honors. Because if the clubs were 6 and you had the king queen as 8, I can bid it at the 2 level. It's the same for preempts. If you're going to make a preempt, it's a 7-card suit. You can't preempt a 7-card suit with 1 honor. Because if you add up the length of a 7-card suit and 1 honor, that only gives you number 8. That means you can open it at the 2 level, not at the 3 level. So suit quality plays a very big role in overcalls, in preempts, in weak 2s, everything like that. So you're not coming in the bidding. If you want to balance later, you can. So it's going to go pass and partner's going to bid. What are we bidding on this hand? Let's talk about it. This is the question that you asked me 2 minutes ago. I've got under 5 points or less, and I have my own 6-card suit, and I do not fit with my partner. That is the question you asked me 2 minutes ago, and this is the hand I would bid 2 spades. Partner, I have my own 6 or 7-card suit, and I have 0 to 5 points. It's going to go pass, pass, pass. And East is not invited to the party. Any questions? This is the exact thing you asked me 2 minutes ago. Any questions? The minute you fit, you take 2 points off your hand. Your whole hand devalues with that heart bid, with a singleton heart. So I really don't have my full value, and I want to show my partner I have a 6-card suit of my own. It's a great bid. It's a great bid. It's called not in competition. If you make a weak jump shift, it's alertable too. You're supposed to alert it because we don't play strong jumps anymore. Today, everybody plays weak jumps. Are there any questions on the bidding?
Linda, so just to reiterate, a weak jump as a response to opener must be alerted?
Yes, if there's no interference bidding.
Thank you.
If there's interference, it doesn't need alerts. But the minute there's no interference, you'll see it on the convention card, and it's in red. It says not in competition. We have no competition. It's in red. It's 100% alertable. They've got to know that that is a weak bid. And that's what it is. And you're going to make a lead. Well, we're not leading hearts. They opened a heart. So we can't lead aces from spaces, and we're not leading trumps. The only lead we can make is the 2 of diamonds. So let's look at this trump suit together, everybody. In the spade suit, that's the master hand. The one with the long trumps is the hand we're making the good hand. We're missing just the ace. We've got all of them, the king, the queen, the jack, and the 10, and the 9. In the heart suit, partner's got the ace, so we've got no heart losers. But look at the club suit, everyone. We have 3 club losers in our hand. 3 club losers. That's a big problem. We have 3 club losers. Dummy's only got 2. If we can trump a club and they are fast asleep at the bridge table, we'll be able to get an extra trick. So we're not really sure what's going to happen. But what really is important is to give up 2 clubs and try and trump one. So don't mess around. You've always got 2 diamond losers no matter what you do on this hand. Whether you take the ace or not, you're still losing 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, and a spade. And all we are in is 2. So you win the ace of diamonds. And you play the jack of clubs, pretending you're going to do something. And they split. And now you're going to play the queen of diamonds. For sure. Your partner showed an honor. Remember, we don't lead low cards unless we have an honor. So that low card guarantees an honor. We don't know if it's a king or we don't know if it's the jack. We have to come back partner suit. And we'll come back the same one. And we're winning that trick too. All right. Now, what do you think is going to happen on this hand? Can you see that ace of clubs is always going to make? The ace of clubs is never running away. So if we could come back a trump, we could stop them trumping clubs. But you're not going to do that. I know everybody doesn't look ahead. They're going to play the ace of clubs. They're going to play the ace of clubs. I've seen it happen. And after the ace of clubs, they're now going to play the king of hearts. Partner, I've got the ace, king, queen. And now you're so happy now because they didn't draw your trump. So you take a heart and you trump it. And now you're absolutely in heaven. You take your 10 of clubs. And now you can trump it with the queen or the 10 of spades. They have the same value. And now you're going to come up winning maybe an over trick. Maybe, maybe not. How many tricks have we lost? Let's look. We've lost 2 diamond tricks, 2 club tricks, and we're going to still lose the ace of spades. Now, how come why have we got 4 tricks? We've got to lose a spade now. You've got no choice. The 10 and the king and the jack and the 9 are the same. If now you've got to rough a heart. If they rough, they're not going to rough it. If they rough it, you'll over rough it. And then they're going to play the king of spades. And the rest are yours. So let's look at the hand now, everybody. You made 2 spades. But you could go down if they came back a trump and another trump. Now you're going to lose 3 club tricks, 2 diamond tricks, and the ace of spades. So now you're going down on a trump return. You can't rough any clubs. Are there any questions on this hand? Weak jump shifts are great, especially when your values should be in that suit. I don't like you doing it when your values are outside the trump suit. Any questions? None? Okay, let me look at the chat and see if there's anything written in the chat.
Linda, I have a question. I presume if this is alertable that you need an agreement with your partner that this is what this bid means? Yeah.
Absolutely. Some
Okay.
people still play the old-fashioned game of strong jump shifts, which I don't see in existence today, but some people do that. I have
Okay.
seen that.
We're new players, and I had, because of what you had written in the chat in the beginning of the game, I had thought about doing that, but I thought I'd be misleading my partner because we didn't discuss that or anything like that.
Right. So you see the difference between the one that you had values and the one with no values.
Yes.
The one with values, you could miss a game. 2 controls and a singleton and a 7-card suit is too strong if your partner's got a good hand. You will always miss a game. But when you have less than 0 to 5 points, you'll never miss a game unless partner's got 20 points and are fit with you.
Right.
But
Okay.
normally that's the right bid to make. Okay.
Not to be petty about this, but when you add it up, you said 5 plus 2, 5-card suit, but it's a 6-card suit plus 2, and so it would have been 8. And
We're
with that,
talking about for overcalls. We're not
Right.
talking about responding.
say again?
It's a responder's bid. Overcalls is when you use suit quality. When
Right.
you respond to partner and you have a singleton in your partner's suit,
Yeah.
you devalue that hand, you take off 2 extra points.
Okay.
I don't want you to confuse the difference between an overcall and a responder's bid. An overcall is completely different. I use suit quality. My
So,
overcall guarantees 2 honors at the 2 level, 6 cards, at the 1 level, 5 cards, but it's 2 honors. I don't overcall bad suits. I had 14 points the other day, and I did not overcall 1 spade with jack to 5. I don't want the lead of a spade.
yeah.
Next thing, my partner leads king doubleton, and we've blown the whole hand. So the whole purpose of an overcall is for the lead. So we use suit quality for leads.
Right. But it was
Responding
a 6-card suit, not 5-card suit.
at the 2 level, yes.
I think she was talking about the clubs in the south hand,
Correct. We're talking about the clubs, overcall.
not the spades in the
No,
west.
that's a responder's bid. The
Oh, I
responder
see, I see.
devalues the whole hand.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
for
want you
the
to get mixed up
responder.
between an
Yeah.
overcall and responding to the opener.
Got it. Got
And
it.
when
Thanks
you've
for
got a singleton in that heart suit, your whole hand collapses. First of all, the jack of diamonds is worth nothing.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a nice bid, 2 spades. You've got your hand off your chest, you've taken the bidding space away from the opponent, and you're much happier that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are there any other hands you'd like to talk about while I'm here? I'm happy to do more. Any more?
Could you look at hand 12, please?
Okay. Let's look at hand number 12.
I have one question with this board.
Okay.
Let's say West was the dealer, and they bid 2 spades as
Okay.
a preempt. What would East bid?
I pass. You know why?
Now,
In order to respond to a weak 2, you need 4 defensive tricks, not 2. Partners rated to have none. All partners' points are in their suit. So to respond to a weak 2, you need 4 or 3.5 quick tricks. An ace is 1 quick trick. A king with an ace are 2. An ace queen together is 1.5. You might have 3.5 quick tricks, but I do not respond and I'm not going to compete with my partner. I have 2 spades. I am not bidding again. So I use tricks. I do not look at points when it comes to responding to weak 2s. You look at tricks.
all right, thank you so much.
Okay?
Yes.
Good. Let's do number 12. Pass by West. And this hand, well, I'm inclined to tell a little white lie. I love my stuffing. I love my 10-9 of hearts and I love my 10-8 of spades. I might open 1 no trump on the hand and pretend it's 15. But that's not the way you were taught. So I did give you a lesson on when to open 1 no trump with 14 points. Third in hand, this hand without a doubt opens 1 no trump. But in second seat, I think I better go slowly. I'll open a club. Third in hand, 1 no trump for sure. Okay? And it's going to go pass by East. And now we're going to bid 1 diamond. I am not interested as a responder, and I'm going to tell all of you from my point of view, you should never rebid a bid a no trump and have the weak hand play the hand when you don't have a heart stopper. You should bend over backwards not to bid a no trump. We're not interested in the point count. I'm more interested in is, do I want my partner to be the dummy? And when I have no heart stopper, I'm definitely not going to want to bid a no trump. Even if I had 3 spades and 4 clubs and 3 diamonds, I would bid a diamond on a 3-card diamond suit if I was 3, 3, 3, 4. Because I don't want to ever make my hand play a hand and have the strong hand in the dummy. So you should always go slowly and bid a diamond. We're not interested in point count. It's going to go pass. And now this is a style of bridge that I'm used to. I find that 98% of the time that if my partner bids 1 diamond, listen carefully, what is the percentage of my partner having a 4-card major?
0.
Almost 0. Because my partner knows the rule is that if you've got a 4-card major versus a 5 or 6-card minor, is always to bid the major first, even if it's 4 and your minor is 5 or 6.
So Linda, this is interesting. I was sitting south here and I did bid 1 no trump.
Never
And
do that, David.
well, I
Never.
specifically did it because I wanted partner to know I didn't have a 4-card major. But you're saying by bidding 1 diamond, I'm basically telling them the same thing.
Exactly. And you're letting the stronger hand play the hand.
Got it.
And they don't know you've got 2 4-card majors, and they look at you. Well, you're not playing face to face, but you should see some people at the table with me. When I rebid this hand 1 no trump, it's a wonderful lesson to know that if this hand was 15, 17, I would have opened a no trump. So now
Right.
I don't want my hand ever to be the dummy, and let me tell you why. Because if I bid a heart over a diamond, my partner's forced to bid 1 no trump, and my hand's going to be on the table.
Yep. I get
So
it.
the new style of bridge today, and this is what I teach when I do teach this actual hand, is to never bid the 4-card major over a diamond, to always rebid the no trump, because if partner's strong enough to show the major and have long diamonds in an opening hand, she'll do it afterwards.
Right.
So therefore, what are the percentages of her having a 4-card major? It's very remote. So rather bid the no trump and tell them nothing. The less they know about my hand, the better.
So,
And
so
now
this is
I'm very happy.
this is a classic case of what a bid doesn't tell you is more important than what a bid does tell you.
Classic. It's the best case you could ever have. But if this hand was 3rd in hand and it went pass, because of my stuffing, I am not opening a club 3rd in hand. I'm opening 1 no trump and adding a 0.5 point for my 10 of hearts and a 0.5 point for my king of spades. And I'm opening 1 no trump because I'm 3rd in hand and I don't want the next hand to have an easy time.
Yep.
But this is definitely the new style of bridge today. 95% of the time your partner bids a diamond over a club. Partner does not have a 4-card major, and you never want to be have the strong hand in the dummy. So what happened against me the other day? Exactly what you did, David. It went exactly the same against me. It went 1 club. They bid a no trump because they want to tell their partner how many points they've got. And the next hand bid 3 no trump. And I led the queen of hearts, and dummy came down with king doubleton, and we took the first 5 heart tricks. If the other hand had bid no trump, you couldn't lose 10 tricks. It came from the other side, so the strong hand was not on the table. So we must bend over backwards on this hand. Rather show your point count, rather show your shape, and not isolate a heart over a diamond. This is a much better bid 1 no trump. Okay?
Thank you.
Pleasure. Any other questions? This is a wonderful teaching hand, really.
For some reason, when we played this hand, I was it was reversed. I think I bid last. I don't know.
Count played it in no trump.
And I bid one no trump
Okay.
because I was north.
And they let
And then everybody passed for some reason. I'm pretty sure I was fourth when I was bidding. I don't know. It seems like it's different.
well, if I'd bid a no trump, this hand's going to leave the king of diamonds for sure. If they bid the no trump, they're going to leave the 5 of hearts. Nobody showed a major. They don't know that you've got 4 hearts in the hand. So you're going to get a much more favorable lead having this situation.
Mhm.
Okay? But
We
it's
went
really
down.
important to
Mhm.
know
Yeah,
that
we
you
went
should
down
not
one.
isolate and show point count. Point count's irrelevant. What counts really is letting your partner know you don't want to be the declarer and putting the strong hand on the table, because that's just definitely what's going to happen if you bid a heart. Partner's got a bid a no trump. She's got no other bid. You can't repeat your diamonds. It's not 6. So you're going to get a very favorable lead. You've got 3 heart tricks, and a spade is 4, and a club is 5, and a diamond is 6, and you can make another club trick, make 7, and you can make one no trump easily. They're never going to find the diamond switch yet, because you're going to win the heart like this. Okay? Never win an ace. Anyone who wins the ace the first time, guarantees a second stopper. All right, so now we've got to try and grope for some more tricks. So we're going to play a little spade and see if we can pick up one trick here. Well, now we know where the ace is, so that's one trick we've picked up. Now we've got to go for the club trick. We have to try. Are we going to play the ace, or are we going to play a heart to the 9 and pick up a heart trick? We could do that. We could pick up a heart trick. Because if you give them the 9, you're going to make 2 heart tricks. Well, by that time, they should find the diamond switch. By that time, they should know to find the diamond switch. You've got the spade, they've got the heart, you can't touch clubs, and if you do, you're giving them a present, so you should play the diamond. And they're going to win the jack, because they want to push it out. And now what are they going to come back? The king of diamonds? They may, or they'll come back as spade. We don't know yet. Okay, well, let's go for this one. We'll go for the heart because we're in control. And now we're going to go for the club. Now, I'm not going to release the ace of clubs. I don't want to lose control of the hand. I'm going to play a little club. And now they have to make the decision. Are they going to put up the king? Because really, it doesn't matter. If they don't put up the king, whatever card you put up, you're going to make an extra trick. Whatever card you put up, you're going to make an extra trick. So if they play low, you'll play the 10, the line of restricted choice, if the king never came up. And now you're really happy, because now you can go back to your hand with, you don't want to touch diamonds, so we're not going to touch that. We're going to go back and take our money and run. Take your ace of clubs, cash your ace of hearts, and then what you could do, once you've cashed the ace of hearts, give them a club and let them play to you. And that's going to be so nice, because now you're going to land up making the king of spades by accident. They're going to play to you. There's nothing else you can do about it. And you're going to make 8 tricks. And that's the end. And now you're making 1 over trick. Everything changes when it's bid by the south hand, everyone. Everything changes. Okay? Any other questions?
Thank you.
No more? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. Right. I look forward to seeing you. Have a wonderful weekend. Next week, we're going to talk about invitational hands over one no trump. And have a great weekend.
You too, Linda. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Linda, can
Bye.
you hold on a second?
Sure.
Yeah, I have a convention card question for you.
Okay.
You mentioned that a weak jump raise as an overcall was alertable. I'm just looking at my convention card.
Not
And-
in competition. Not in competition. Are you talking about by your partner?
So if my partner
partner-
my partner opens a heart and I bid 2 spades, you said that's alertable.
Correct.
But the convention card that I have, this
Mm-hmm.
is listed under simple overcall. And it says
Not in
jump
red?
raise. It's not in red, no.
My convention card is in red.
Oh, I might have. I know there's a newer convention card style, right?
Maybe, but I do know that in my convention card, not in competition is in red and it's alertable. I don't know the new one. Maybe it's changed.
Okay, thank
Maybe
you.
it's
I'll
not
look.
alertable, but nobody plays strong jump shifts anymore. That
Okay,
is
so
why they
it's
made
fine.
it alertable. Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe there's a new one. I haven't seen it, but I definitely, without a doubt, have it in red because I discussed it in my lessons this week. I showed it to them. I had to talk about it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Okay.